What's up, YouTube? First and foremost, I want to thank everybody who subscribed and run those numbers up. I can't wait till I hit 1,000 subscribers so I can go live and talk to all of you guys. Shout out to the donations. Every little bit helps. Not on here begging. I do work, so for you to drop a nasty comment telling me to get a job, I already have a couple. I do live in my car, and this is a long-awaited video. I've had several comments. Show your full car tour. So that's what I'm doing today. I asked that everybody that the first 500 people who watch this video, please hit the like button and let's break the algorithm so I can actually reach more people. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it. So let's go. So inside of my Civic, it needs to be wiped down a little bit, but it is what it is. I got the front thing doing some stealth stuff because I don't want to show like license plates to cars that aren't mine or anything like that, and there's a car right in front of me. But show you the inside of it, right? And talk about some stuff. So always keep my angel with me. This is tarot cards. It was gifted to me. I'll talk a little bit more about that later in the video. And then here's the passenger seat, right? So here's something really cool that I have. Plug this into the cigarette lighter. It's about 250 watts. I can use my electric can opener on it. I got my phone thing. I don't have a fast charging cord that will plug directly into USB, so I plug it directly in here. I also have some devices that I can plug into the cigarette lighter that will only run USB. This thing's pretty cool. Let me show you the name of it. Foval. It's about 20 bucks on Amazon. Do not leave this thing plugged in if you're not using it. It will drain your battery even if your car is off. I plug an electric can opener. Right now the electric can opener is at my friend's house. Funny enough, theirs broke on Christmas. Well, no, broke Christmas Eve, so I let them borrow mine until then, but I can open up cans with my knife, which is no problem. Empty container of water, you always need that. I mean, tell you the truth, now that empty container of water, I'm a little bit on the broke side, so when I go to the truck stop tonight, I'm going to be filling that up for free. I have this of my forks and stuff. I'll be popping up on the other side to show you what's underneath all this. So like I said earlier, this is my passenger side. So always got a normally have my towels wrapped up showing all my stuff. We got top ramen. So the front passenger side is really meant for my food and cooking. So boom, top ramens. This right here is my portable stove. I'll show you guys this a little bit more. So this particular version, I don't know if it's because it's always cold here, but I have extra bags. This is the pot I boil water in, or that thing actually doesn't even boil water, or it don't even cook. It doesn't even cook meat, but it gets the water hot enough for me to put inside a cup of noodles, and then boom. I got some cans of stuff in there too as well, not a whole lot. I'm gonna jump into the back seat and show you guys some other stuff. So this is the back seat. I keep a blanket. Well, this is actually a comforter. Underneath the comforter I have my 30-degree sleeping bag. Underneath this got a little lunch thing, got some towels. Right here is a red tent. I use that during summer. I'll camp outside of a bando, or I'll actually go to the woods and camp there. So I generally try to make it so it looks like nobody lives inside here. I know that it's kind of pluffed up. This is at the end of the day for me, so it's it's been used and abused. Side door, cleaning stuff, more bags. You can never have enough of these. And I'm gonna show you the trunk. So this is my trunk. Normally I have this all the way back here. This right here is a bag of tools. Just in case I gotta work on something for my car, or it's an odd job, like picking up something where I need to do a repair or something. So right here's my emergency stuff for the vehicle, jumper cables, all that stuff. This right here is a 40-degree sleeping bag. Underneath it I have a mat. Underneath here, I'm not gonna show you the whole thing, but I keep stuff underneath this flap right here, and what that does is it raises this part up. I'm going to show you how I sleep in here by lowering let's see here, by lowering the back seat, and does a 60-40 split. I'm going to show you exactly how I sleep in here and everything. I will take these, put one in one corner, take this one, put it in the other corner, and I'm gonna show you everything. So hold on a second. So with the 60-40 split, I'll normally, if it's not too cold, I take this. This is That's the 40 one. So I'll take this and I'll pull it and use it as a cover, and then I'll use the 30 degree sleeping bag, and I'll have it laid out. I lay all the way over here. I move the front seat forward, and this is the blanket that was on there. This is now a pillow, and I can move it all the way from these spaces right here. Even though that there's an incline to this, I have the bottom raised and I have all this stuff tucked in here. Those work gloves are normally not there. I normally have them inside my work bag, but I can lay like here, and it is elevated a little bit, but this is not, you know, digging into me, especially when I have the 30 degree sleeping bag all the way down, and I have this one on top of me, and then I got myself another 2 feet between the driver and this. And also, if I get really cold, I throw that on there. Underneath all this is another comforter, as you can see. And then I actually have a third comforter, but I haven't put it in my car yet. So I got a whole lot of other stuff to talk to you and explain to you about, but at least you guys have an idea and can see. So also, I guess if didn't have a chance to do it because I don't want to get hit by a car when I'm showing you everything. Behind my driver's seat is a backpack. Inside the backpack, I literally have all my bathroom and hygiene stuff, and that's basically it. So in the trunk, where I showed you where that plastic thing covers where the spare tire is, the donut. Towards the back is where I have my shirts, underwears, and pants, and it kind of raises that up to help with the 60-40 split. In the front, I actually, you know, you saw that I have like a metal clipboard, and you should see a couple of towels there. That's you know, for showers at Planet Fitness, or if I shower at a friend's house or something like that. The front seat with that particular, in the back seat where the tent is, what you didn't have a chance to see either, was I have a couple canisters for that for my stove. So talking about that stove, I've had comments before where people were like, you know, hey, you need to have that so you have a way to cook. I don't know if it's because it's wintertime and that's when I got this. Like, I got this right when it started getting cold, and it's really windy outside and very cold as well. It doesn't boil water. So if it doesn't boil water, I imagine it wouldn't cook meat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to be able to cook some ground turkey and then eat healthier and stuff. However, it doesn't. It doesn't run as hot as propane. That thing runs on butane. It also will do propane, but propane tanks are a lot bigger. You know, you saw the size of that. My little butane cans are small and easy to pack. By the tarot cards as well, I always keep me a sporn because I cut myself. I do have some stuff that's probably close to a full first aid it. I also didn't show you like in the center console type area. I have this carbon monoxide alarm, you know, detector or whatever. This always, it's in between like kind of where the gas pedal is and where the glove compartment is, and then I always take this out when I go to sleep, and especially when I'm running my car. I've known people who passed away from carbon monoxide poisoning from leaving their car running, and you know, they had a leak or however it happens. I'm not going to take that chance. I have this. It's quite big, but it is what it is. It works. The tarot cards. I want to talk about that a little bit. I am religious. You know, this is a Hermetic tarot deck. This was gifted to me a couple years ago. Your very first deck is not supposed to, I guess the theories are that it shouldn't be, you shouldn't buy it for yourself. It needs to be gifted to you. I am religious. I do believe in God. I'm not going to make a big old thing about it on here, but you know, you know, that this is not witchcraft. This is not like that. All glory to God. This could help, you know, help you receive a message that you know, like how you have a coincidences in your subconscious, and how God could talk to you in all sorts of ways. The same thing with this. You know, it's only possible because of God's will. So there's no black magic with this, and there's not something that I'll just do for you know, anybody. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I would. I don't know. But like people that I know really well, or you know, people that I'm able to read pretty easy. That I'm going to be friends with them for a long time. I don't like telling them certain stuff that you know, that pops in, because that could ruin a friendship. I'm going to give you an example. You know, there's somebody that wants me to do a reading for them, and she's a good friend. And the problem is when I first met her, I picked up on something that I believe would make me biased. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of the things. And I also have that. If you guys remember that video where I did the true ghost stories that are homeless, I think I named it. I have a cross, and I have to keep it right here. And then like that guardian angel thing, I always keep right there. I've had that thing for a very long time, and growing up, I've also had big pictures of that. So that one's really special to me. Because I guess I can tell you, the yellow thing that's on my seat is an old high-vis rainproof trucker jacket that I spent a lot of money on. It was when I first became when I first started going to trucking school. I had bought that. It actually says the name of the company that I first started with, so I'm really not trying to advertise that. Underneath that is an actual trucker seat. When I was doing OTR, those seats are not always fully loaded. Like, the seats can really hurt your butt. So I got one of those, and it was around $100. It's like a I think it's called like a blue pillow, but it's made for your seat. You sit on top of it, and it's the full one, and it was around $100. I'm no way I'm gonna throw that away, so I keep that over here. And then I think I showed you I got some forks. You know, if it's something that you need to eat with a spoon, you can still do it with a fork. If it's something that, like, if it's a spoon, you may need a fork to stab at it. You know what I mean? Like eating raviolis, you may have to, you know, use the fork side. You know, I know that you know, one of the big things about this is you see I don't have a whole lot of stuff. You know, it's very important for me to not have too, like, you know, one, if my whole car was filled, there wouldn't be things I could do like with the gig apps. I don't want people to know that I'm homeless. You know what I'm saying? Like when I do gig apps for I guess a living, I'm really trying to get out of it because it's really wreaking havoc on my car. I'm at 10% oil right now, and I need an oil change, and I don't have it. I have enough to buy a quart of oil tomorrow, which is fine. I'm not really able to, the camera won't pick it up, but my front windshield has a big crack in it. You know, that needs to be replaced. That's $300. My rear tires need to be replaced. They're not dangerous now, but they definitely do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't want to risk anything. And yeah, my front tires, I replaced those about 30,000 miles ago, and I believe that they're rated good for 60,000. It's got plenty of good tread on the front, so I'm not worried about that. The back tires need to be replaced. Windshield, over $300, and maybe even a nice tune-up, you know. But this car's never left me stuck. The only real thing I've ever had to do is buy a battery. However, these miles are adding up really quick. I mean, you know, we're not just the miles. We're talking about idle time too. Idling this car is, you know, idling any car isn't good. You know, it's you save gas by driving, and that's another thing too. You know, you think that you might you know, save a lot of money out here, and I'm sure that, you know, it's possible. I'm working towards that. One of the things with that is what I used to pay for gas. Like how much gas I needed for a week. You know, let's say, for example, and this is not an exaggeration, $150 a week on just gas alone. In a 4-week month, you're looking at $600. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody can go ahead and tell me, you know, for $600 you could go rent a room, and you're absolutely right. I could go rent a room for $600, but it would feel like I would be, you know, throwing money away. Or some people will say, hey, you can get a house for that. I don't know where you would get a house or an apartment for that. I never got anything that cheap. But you get what you pay for. So let's say, for example, that that 600, you know, I can't get an apartment or a house. My credit is ruined. I need to be working on that. I was living off my credit cards before I had to leave my apartment. And when I left my apartment, I didn't want an eviction. So when I couldn't pay rent, I left. I could have stayed there for a few months, and that would have helped me out. But I don't want to risk having an eviction on my, you know, I guess on my credit. However, I did live off credit cards, and they piled up, and you know, I'm in debt. So that is what it is. My options and what I want to do is, I stay at truck stops, right, and rest areas and stuff. What I would want to do is maybe buy a piece of land. Let's say, for example, it's got a little shanty of a shed. I could sleep in that. That's no problem. Or if it's a piece of land, I park my car there, and then now I don't have to worry about you know, the dangers that normally happen at a truck stop, especially the truck stops I stay at are in the hood. And I've explained on other videos why I do that. There's always a risk and a reward. If I went to a nice area, you know, no overnight parking for cars, overnight parking for trucks that pay for it. And I'm sure there's some free spots with truckers, but for cars, no. You know, and if in a nice area, like in the hood, if it says, you know, no overnight parking, you could probably stay because you know, they don't care as much, you know. However, it's more dangerous. Things happen there, so it's always a risk and reward, and it's also what is closest and most convenient, and that would save me money, you know, without risking too much on myself. I mind my own business, keep my head on a swivel. You know, some people around there know me, and know me a little bit, and you know, got a little bit of reputation where, you know, I don't mess with people. I'm not a Karen. I'm not nosy. I'm not in your business. I don't care what you got going on. You know, so, but that doesn't matter. Anything could happen at any given time. You know what I'm saying? So on that, some of the updates I would like to do to my car eventually is literally, I would like to put solar panels on top of the roof. I would like to have a power station. I would like to be able to have an air fryer that would cook stuff. You know, I think that I could have it stealth-wise with a solar power. I know that I've mentioned that before in another video, and one of the comments I got was, you'll never make enough power to do anything. I beg to differ. There's a lot of people on YouTube that have watched car life and van life, and Joey the Gypsy, who I watch his channel a lot. I really like his videos a lot, so if you like my channel, you'll definitely like his. He's a funny dude too as well. But you know, you put a solar panel on the top, something that could at least do 200 watts or 180 watts, something like that. Maybe it's a couple small ones, and then I would run, you know, probably put a roof rack, put that on there, and I don't mind actually drilling on top of my roof. And unfortunately, the camera won't pick this up either. I got hail. That's what happened to my windshield. That got the big crack on it. Hail damage, man. This hail was huge, dude. And it just, there was nowhere I could go. I'm not stepping out of my vehicle and getting hit in the head, and it would have literally probably cracked my head open. But I have dents on my hood, man. I have dents on my hood, dents on the roof. I would probably use self-tapping screws and put some solar panels. Maybe if my channel gets big enough and somebody actually wants to sponsor me, they can send me a power station or some solar panels. But it would be really cool to have an air fryer with that. It'd be really cool to actually charge my phone, and just a couple of, you know, creature comforts out here that would help, especially with electricity. And then I believe with the power station, you could normally jump yourself off that, so it serves multi-purposes. And where I would put something like that is literally behind the driver's seat. Behind my driver's seat is just that one shower bag, and with all my hygiene and stuff. You know, I could utilize some of the space a little bit more in between the, you know, like my little card things. Another thing I didn't show you is I always do keep hand sanitizer, and I clean my hands with it constantly. On camera, when I showed like the front, it looked a little bit more dusty than it is. When I'm looking at it right now, it looks fine. On the camera, it did look pretty, you know, like a little bit more dusty than normal. I also in that shower bag have that 99% spray. I have baby wipes there if I have to use the bathroom, or if I have to, you know, just wipe myself off. I also have, you know, like a couple cleaning supply things, you know, inside the shower bag, of course. I think from the front seat you saw that I have a pair of slides. I normally will take those and keep in there, but what I do is when I call it for a night, I take my shoes off, I put the slides on, and then I can go ahead and crawl back here after I've been outside, and I lower my seat. So with this Honda, it has a 60-40 split, like I showed you. So it's, you know, it's not too bad. Like, I mean, yeah, my back hurts from time to time. I can lay on my stomach. To give you an idea, this is without having wood and all that crap. Like, this is in my opinion more stealthy. And I'm 6 foot, so I can have my legs and my half my torso and my trunk kind of at a diagonal area, and then I have more than enough room. And what I've seen on a lot of videos, because, you know, before I started living in my car, I try to research, you know, what can I do, and you know, there's some really good options out there. It's a personal preference thing. So a lot of people will have the wood, like they'll take out their whole seats and have the wood at the edge, and then the wood will be on hinges, and you pull that forward after moving both seats forward. With my actual big comforter, it actually, and me having the bags, you know, my tent and everything on the passenger side to the driver's side of my hygiene and you know, shower bag. When I put my comfort on there, it actually closes that gap. So like I utilize the room for my driver's seat being pushed all the way forward, and it gives me another good, you know, I think 18 inches, something like that. So in a Civic, you know, it's very small, very light car. It's been good on gas mileage. It's been you know, pretty damn good living in. I mean, you know, for what it is. So that's pretty awesome. But some updates: I would never put a refrigerator in here, I don't think. I want to keep it limitless, man. I don't want things that are, like, it would be nice as hell to have a refrigerator. It would be nice to have a microwave. It would be, air fryer probably does the same thing as a microwave, but plus it can cook, raw meat. I don't believe a microwave could, and if it did, I'd feel funny about it. Like, who wants to microwave some ground beef? I know that I've seen people cook bacon in a microwave, and they actually come out looking good and crispy. I'm not big on bacon though, but yeah. Those are basically the updates, and I asked that you guys help me with my watch time hours, and if you've never subscribed before, subscribe now. I'm basically at 55% of getting to 1,000. I need you guys' help with the watch hours. So if you like this video, watch all my other ones if you've never seen before. I think that's how it works, and watch all the way to the very end. And as far as donations, I leave my Cash App in the description. It's AlienAscend, same as my YouTube. So far, nobody's asked me to give them a direct shout out, but I've had comments where people said, would you give me a shout out? Of course, if you send something to the Cash App, just put inside the message, shout out, please. Say shout out, and I'd be happy to give it to you. I'm not going to shout out somebody's direct name or their Cash App name unless they ask me to. I'm going to respect people's privacy. Those Cash Apps are coming in clutch and really help out. I don't like sounding like somebody who's struggling so bad. I'm trying to see the positive and stuff. I'm also putting together a merch store, hoping to monetize YouTube. When I get to 1,000, I want to go live and talk with all of you guys. I also want to think of some kind of service that I could offer you guys. And I have quite a bit of ideas. I got a lot of videos coming, man. I make a video every single day. I always upload it. I actually have things set up where when I go live, I know that my phone internet is going to be too choppy. I got it set up where friends have told me that I can go use their backyard or come inside. I think inside will be too loud because they have kids and stuff, and dogs and cats that drive me nuts. I love their dogs and cats, but they're going to be jumping and distracting me, and all that stuff. So I'll probably either pull into their driveway and do it like that, or be in the backyard, or maybe in their side office. We'll see. However, I do have permission to use their internet, and that's really, really cool. I want to thank you all for rocking with me, and just want to say thank you.